This picture that's been going around that was apparent proof of Gucci Mane not having been robbed and stained for his wedding ring is apparently old, okay? This picture's doing the rounds today. People saying Gucci showing off that he still got the wedding ring, but this was quite some time ago. This was 9 days ago, right? But in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically break down just all of the backstory as to why this is happening in a lot more detail. Apparently, Gucci Mane actually did the same thing in a war with Yo Gotti, and basically Stanji is explaining in this No Jumper interview that he believes Gucci Mane is actually using war tactics in his beef with Yo Gotti.
It's Stanji, whack 100.
So you gotta be careful of these niggas like Yo Gotti and Gucci, because they went to prison. All these niggas that went to prison, and one of the books they for sure read in prison was The Art of War. You gotta be careful of them niggas, man. To this day, man, you went to prison for a long time. I'm scared of you, man. I'm scared of you.
Stanji is from Memphis and knows Memphis street politics. He says Gucci Mane is using war tactics on Yo Gotti.
Why you think Gucci dropped the whole label? You think he ain't sitting back waiting on Shiesty and Fujiano? So you don't think there were war tactics? What Gucci was doing, locking down Atlanta, signing everybody in Atlanta when he got into it with Jeezy, locking that city down, got into it with Gotti, signed the whole Memphis. Now they can't mess with him. Signed like 9 artists from Memphis. Everybody he dropped was a Memphis artist. It was about that girl, bro.
I didn't even think about the Atlanta thing. You know what I'm saying? Because when he was into it with Jeezy, if y'all know, he was signing Young Thug. He had the Migos at one point. You know what I'm saying? He had like almost everybody that probably like everybody that's around like 30 plus now, he was signing them, and they came through Gucci at that time. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as when the beef ignited with Yo Gotti, he did the same thing in Memphis.
Every time he get into it with something, he locked the city down. Then he went to Memphis and, look, I'm signing all these bulls from Gotti hood. Gotti ain't gonna never mess with them for it because you was already rocking with Gucci before. War tactics get real in the South too.
So he's saying that Gucci Mane be doing them war tactics, and it might have caught up with him. Now, as we discussed in the last video that I kind of broke down some of this stuff, basically, according to Gucci Mane, right, his beef with Yo Gotti was a pretty petty back and forth over release dates for mixtapes way back. Gucci Mane's label's called 1017.
But I be telling y'all about these junkie niggas, man. These niggas that be junkies. Gucci Mane was and still might be a junkie. You feel me? What do junkies do? They get mad over the littlest thing. You feel me? You could goddamn it. They ask for a water bottle. You could bring them back a Sprite bottle, and they might kill you. Do your homework.
He loves to release tapes on November the 17th. That's 10/17 on the calendar. If you are not a high reading comprehension level. And apparently this was the original reason for all of this beef.
They was at the radio station. I'm sure y'all seen the now infamous interview. Dolph he at the radio station with the green sweater on. Dolph, I mean Gucci with the red sweater.
I said God was cool until he turned into a buster. Right. So I wasn't saying that we wasn't even cool. What? I said we was cool until this point right here. They dropped this mixtape on 10/17.
And that's Dolph right there with the green on.
And try to like ride my wave. You know what I'm saying? Like he was an artist of mine and we get some kind of money together.
So he said that Gucci basically said, look, Yo Gotti was trying to ride my wave, all right? He was trying to basically, you know, get on board with what I had going on with my release date and my artists and all my 1017 business. That's what he said. That's how he felt about it. But apparently, okay, the real reason for this dude, as Gotti would apparently later confirm, was that really it was all because he had smashed Gucci's current wife.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
but see, my thing is, okay, if they was dating before, like, why does that matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I look like being into it with a nigga because you was with my girl before I was? Like, what the fuck? Like, what reason do I have to be into it with you for? Hold on, y'all. This is my clothing brand. I need y'all to go support your boy, okay? And supporting your boy with some pretty cheap clothing, all right? And you're gonna be fly and fresh as hell, man. All right, link in the description. Theari.us. Go shop. Because you her ex? The fuck does that have to do with me? Everybody got an ex. The fuck? I don't understand
you know, when you consider somebody a partner, to me that's the way you I hit him up like, what's up with you, homie? Like, what you mean, what's up? He didn't even speak about what he tweeted. He was like, oh man, you put Jeezy and Tip on the Rags remix. Jeezy tried to kill me. Man, you and Holmes been in the same city 28 years, and you just not realizing that.
Then he went to jail and you started dating Keisha Dior.
Nah, then they were like, to me, I still felt like he was cool because like, then he got on the radio and said something. That's when it was like, okay, home cross the Atlanta.
So was Gucci messing with Keisha and then Gucci went to jail and then Keisha started messing with Yo Gotti? Is that what happened? Either way it go, be mad at your bitch. Don't be mad at me. That's, you feel me? Like, what am I supposed to do, bro? You feel what I'm saying, though?
Like,
but if they was homies, then I get it. You know what I'm saying? I 100% get it. If we friends and I go to jail and you start dating my girl, nigga, we got a problem. You see what I'm saying? But, yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll never be like, we cool no more.
Now I'm gonna go bang his girl.
I had already done that.
Oh, okay. So you banged your partner's girl?
Damn, guy, man. You ain't my friend, man.
I ain't know, like, you know, like you in love and all that.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, I'm thinking it ain't nothing like where they about to get married or nothing like that. Like,
it's crazy if they got
So
married.
look, he apparently messed around with Gucci's girl, right? His future wife, his future fiance, all of that
and
stuff.
then you married her and you mad at me, nigga, that's your fault. Nigga, if she going like that, if she is going, she's a thought, then she's a thought. And nobody told you to, nobody made you marry this bitch. You see what I'm saying? You could have went ahead and like, you know what I'm saying though? But me personally, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know the situation, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even when I was single, you feel what I'm saying? Like, nigga, my homie bringing this girl around, I don't give a fladoozy. Like, unless this bitch is a straight bop that's gonna suck both of us right now, unless it's some crazy shit like that, shorty, like, you bring this 9 times out of 10 gang, you bring this girl around, she's off limits. If I met this girl through you, she is off limits. I don't even look at her. I want to look at her booty. I ain't looking at her I'm not looking at nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause that's how much of a real nigga I am. Like, if my homeboy bring this nigga around, this girl around me and introduce me and like, yeah, this the girl I'm messing with. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I don't care if you her trick. I don't care if she a hoe. I don't care if she a thought. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that. I'm cool. Like, I will never cross that line in my life, gang, unless you brung her around on some straight bop shit, which only happened one time in my entire life. Other than that, nope. Y'all could break up. Y'all could get married. Y'all could fuck 2-3 times. Y'all could kick it at the club. Y'all could have whatever y'all want to do. I'm not ever involving myself with no girl that my homie introduced me to or my homie was fucking with at one point in time. Never.
And that probably got under his skin. Now, look. These females, man, it's not worth crashing out. It's not worth getting into serious feuds over a woman's past, right? Let's just be a little bit more secure as men. But clearly this gets under a lot of people's skin. Now, the feud would continue to develop, and one of Gucci's little chess moves that he made was basically Big Scarr officially joining his cousin Pooh Shiesty on the 1017 roster in 2020. Right. So as we heard from Stan G, all right, Gucci Mane's out here signing the most illustrious artists in Memphis to kind of get a Yo Gotti and basically say, yo, look, I'm basically snatching up all the best artists from your city now, so you're going to have to contend with me and fight for the best artists with me. Now I got Pooh Shiesty and Big Scarr on the label in 2020.
So, I'm Big Scarr. I'm from South Memphis. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, South Memphis, car track, baby. From the gutter, really, the bar. You know what I mean?
Why did Gucci sign you? You only made like a couple of songs.
Man, it's crazy. I ain't gonna count. I don't even know how this happened. It's weird as hell. I don't even think nobody else did that. I don't think nobody else did it. Like,
so you mean to tell me Gucci heard one song make a play and he just got in touch with you and signed you off that?
Hey, guess what? That's my first song I ever stepped up to a mic and did.
I saw that.
Hey, it's funny, right? Because what he's saying is saying, hey, can you believe it that Gucci Mane just signed you off of one song out of nowhere? It's like, can you believe that Gucci Mane would jump the gun and sign artists out of Memphis to like piss off Yo Gotti and like take big, massive gambles on artists to make sure that his op from Memphis can't get their hands on him? I might be able to believe that, you know?
The players like, I like the lyrics and I like your delivery. I like, he hard.
Yeah.
That's before I ain't even know you and Pooh was cousins. That's on everything. And I had told him about you and he was like, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
That's how that shit went.
That's crazy.
So look, all right, Gucci Mane was getting his feelers and his...
And this is around the time where Young Dolph was still alive. And if y'all know, Young Dolph, I think, when did Young Dolph pass? I'm not sure, but if y'all know, Young Dolph and Gucci been locked in for the longest. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty... Even when Dolph passed, they were still locked in and like real close and shit like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if Gucci was hitting up Dolph like, hey, who's some niggas out of Memphis? You feel me?
Claws right into the Memphis rap scene very deeply as early as possible, right? So this is all the way back in 2020 when that happened. And in a later interview on Big Facts, Big Scarr would talk about how much signing with a legend like Gucci Mane actually meant to him at the time. The way overdosed on prescription drugs. He was very, very tortured. He had been through a lot in his life. The name Big Scarr comes from some big scars that he's got on his body. He's been through car accidents, shootings. He's been through a lot of trauma in his life.
Yeah.
He's lost a lot. He's lost a lot of people. Unfortunately, the prescription medications caught up with him. It's very, very sad. Now, fans would later point out that there were actually visible signs of struggle during some of Scarr's final public appearances too. Clearly, he was going through a lot. You can't really blame Gucci Mane for it, but at the same time, it just makes you wonder whether he was getting the support he needed beyond his career on a more personal level.
Where you going, girl? Where you going, girl? Girl, where you going, girl?
It looked like he was just trying to. A lot of niggas just be trying to be as high as they can get humanly possible so that they can't even like. I've never been like that though, for real. Like I've been like that a little. I've never really been like that. Like even when I was doing like on lean, I was on lean for like 6 months, 8 months or something like that. But when I was younger, but even when I smoke loud, I don't smoke to like escape my problem. I really smoke to process my problems and I really smoke to get indulged with the music. Me personally, I love one of my favorite activities on planet Earth is to roll up, smoke one, listen to some nice, calm, good music about money, think about my life and like put together a plan on how I'm finna do this and think about deep shit. I don't smoke to get as high as I can. You know, I smoke, y'all might think I'm this stoner. I smoke a doink a day. You know what I'm saying? A doink and some grabber leaf, roll it up maybe once, maybe 1.5 a day at the most. You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke all day just in this bitch just high all day 20. Like I'm not that type of person, you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas do be getting is try to get as high as they can get to like just get away from I don't know.
So look, he was clearly going through it, all right? He wasn't in his right state of mind in the last days of his life, and it's very, very unfortunate. Them prescriptions really had a hold of him. But in preparation for the funeral, this is where it all started going wrong, all right? Scarr's father would later reveal that the funeral expenses were actually covered by insurance, but Gucci Mane actually called and offered to pay for the entire funeral. So this was going around. This is basically Big Scarr's father explaining the misunderstanding that went down around Gucci Mane paying for this for Big Scarr's funeral.
Throw my family under the bus. You know, we had Scarr totally covered, but from my understanding from his mom, that Gucci called and said that he would pay for it, the whole cost. And when the cost came through,
he said, hell no.
Submitted it, it was returned, and he said he only had $10,000, from my understanding. And we accepted. He was covered.
That'd make me feel a certain way. I ain't gonna lie.
His insurance was covered. But if he said he was gonna pay for it, we took the insurance, which go to his mom, as a bonus.
Right.
We just wanted the best for him. It wasn't no disrespect. You know, I'm very graceful. Very.
Yeah.
Hurt, but graceful.
Right.
You know, I always gave all the respect I could whenever the label or anybody from the label called me. I always gave my utmost respect. I always was graceful. Always. Never asking for a dime. Just wanted him to be as successful as he could be. And he did that all the way to his death. I hope everybody satisfied.
So he's talking about the insurance we're paying. Gucci Mane wanted to put up $10,000. They said they could maybe take the insurance money, put the money that Gucci sent down to the funeral. It all sounds pretty good, but there was clearly a misunderstanding. There was clearly a miscommunication. Maybe some people weren't kept in the light about what was going on. But it sounds like Gucci tried to do the right thing, and dragging him through the mud unfairly is definitely wrong. But
it sounds like it, but I'll also understand how somebody would feel a certain way if you call them and say, I'm going to pay for the funeral. And then when it's really time to pay for the funeral, you like, I only got $10,000. You know what I'm saying? If the funeral was more than that, if the funeral cost $10,000 and he paid $10,000, he paid for the fucking funeral. You know what I'm saying? But if the funeral was, let's say, $25,000 for every, because I don't know what that shit, the $10,000 includes. Okay, from my understanding, I thought a casket was like $5,000-$10,000. So just not even paying for the burial plot and the you know what I'm saying? I don't know though shit.
The second issue would arise on January the 7th, 2023, when the day of the funeral came and Big Scarr was laid to rest. And in attendance were artists like NLE Chopper, Big Walk Dog. Pooh Shiesty was actually in jail during this time, however.
Yeah.
But interestingly, despite paying for the
I think that's what I think happened. I think Pooh Shiesty was in jail. He learned, somebody told him that Big Scarr passed. That shit fucked him up. And then he learned about Gucci Mane mistreating him, of what their story was. And then I think Big Scarr, like, he took in that information, but you in prison, so you gotta compartmentalize that shit and just get through your sentence. You know what I'm saying? So now I think he just compartmentalizing that. He moving that shit to the side in his mind, but he like all that pent up aggression. And then by the time he got out of prison, I think he like, I'm gonna show that nigga something. You know what I'm saying?
Funeral, his label owner and mentor Gucci didn't actually attend.
Dang, what's up with you? Y'all straight?
So, you know, there were a couple people, it says everybody's focused more on getting pics than they are on grieving. All right. Nothing says mentally sound like being at a funeral and getting selfies. This is disturbing that someone shows up to a somber event and is like, let's make this about me, smile. That is a bit weird. But anyway, okay, during the service, all right, footage would surface of Scar's brother actually filming a tribute video while he and his father were wearing 1017 chains.
That's Scar's brother right there.
Long live my boy. Hey, them folks said, y'all knew Scarr, we knew Alex. Yeah, my son, a leg in his mind. Yeah, man, big 10-17, bro. He left pops with dimes. Stop playing. He left over with these dimes. He left his brother with dimes. He left his brother with dimes. You might stop playing, man.
So they're talking about he left his brother with diamonds. They left his pops with diamonds. All right. This is Big Scar's little brother, Quez, filming a music video at the funeral. All right. They shining. They showing off the chains. All of that stuff. Okay.
I never understood that shit.
2 days after this, that's when Big Scar's sister alleged that Gucci Mane was
but
actually...
a lot of people be trying like not to be sad at funerals and shit, you know, and try to like celebrate the life, which I understand. Me personally, I'm not shooting no motherfucking music video at my brother if I'm just not
demanding the chains back. And that's when she claimed, apparently falsely, that Gucci actually refused to pay for the funeral. So this is her basically saying, on my mama, he's not getting them chains back. Before anyone get to speaking on some shit they don't know about, yes, he asked for the chains back, and no, he's not getting them back. My brother earned this shit. My brother mean everything to us, and for him to do him like that is low down as fuck. He said that he couldn't pay for the funeral because his wife's birthday coming up. Dude, you a millionaire. Gucci a bitch. You got to get it back in blood. Right? Now, interestingly, I just see this a minute ago. I didn't actually clock this before, but I see there was a comment here. It was saying that this is his brother apologizing to Gucci Mane, but saying we still gonna keep them chains. We're gonna need them chains, all right? But look, this is 6 minutes long, but you get the gist of what's in there, right? But basically, okay, this was followed, as you saw in the previous video, right? Gucci's wife would immediately post receipts countering the claims that no money was sent. Right. She would basically show the receipt saying that $10,000 was sent from Gucci himself. Another $10,000 was sent from Atlantic Records, right? That is the funeral home receipt. All right, 10K sent to the funeral home. Label sent money to. We need to stop the cap. And a day later, Gucci's even basically, all right, just after this, okay, that's when Scar's father would basically, you know, do the right thing. He would basically thank Gucci for his contribution. He would confirm that it was true. Yeah. Says Big Scar's dad confirms Gucci Mane's financial contribution to son's funeral. So he basically cleared up the rumors and he said, first of all, send shout outs to Atlantic Records. Gucci, I'll send shout outs to him too. You might not like it, but I got to give my boy what he did, man. He gave my son a major chance. I can't let you throw that dude under the bus like that. Come on now. The truth is the truth. I gave nobody permission to do that. He would confirm that $20,000 was sent, 10K from
so it was 20K.
Gucci, 10K from Atlantic. It says they sent 10 bands. Gucci sent 10 bands. I covered the rest. He clarified before thanking the 1017 label owner. I appreciate it. Certain things were said that shouldn't have been said. It was wrong. Man to man, I wish somebody would have just dialed my number and talked your guy 100. All of this is out of control. Now, Scar's brother did make that apology that I just pointed out. So let's just see a little snippet of that. But he would basically maintain his disappointment over Gucci's absence at the funeral of one of his most successful artists.
I ain't trying to blemish your image, bro. You did your part. You did that. I was just saying, bro, you know what I'm saying? I know my brother would have wanted you at his funeral. You know what I'm saying? He love you, bro. On God, he love you. I don't have personal talks with my brother because he love you, bro. He ain't even just trying to blemish your image, none of this shit, bro. I fool with you.
And this is why I be saying sometimes niggas, I get that sometimes it's just, I think niggas just be hurt and sad and they lost a brother and all this shit. So it's just shit just coming off the, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, it's always something. First, if you wanted him at your, why I ain't hear nothing about the funeral. Him, you feel what I'm saying? I ain't hear nothing about y'all saying Gucci should have been at the funeral then until this shit. You feel me? First it was he wanted his chains back. He ain't shit. Then it was he ain't sent no money. Then he only sent a little 10K. Then he sent 20K. Then he said he was gonna pay for the funeral, but he didn't pay for the funeral, but he sent money for the funeral. Then he wanted you at the, like, which one? What is it, bro? You know what I'm saying? What is it, gang? I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's been people that I love that passed away and I didn't go to the funeral. I don't think that necessarily means that I don't love or respect them any less. But it's honestly, bro, I hate funerals. Like, I fucking hate that shit with a passion, and I stopped going a long time ago, you know?
So there you go, right? He said, please don't blackball me, right? Now, No Jumper would later analyze why Scar's camp might have felt disrespected by Gucci requesting the chains be returned.
Well, what about the thing with the chains?
What? Where Gucci Mane saying he want the chains back.
Yeah, Gucci Mane asked for his chains back.
Right. That kind of just, I mean, I think that's a little distasteful if you ask me. Like, you gave them to him. He earned them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think why should he have to give him back when you got to realize, like, that's probably some of the last shit that his family even got of him are these chains. What are you gonna do with the millionaire? What the fuck you need to do with them? Just go get some new 1017 chains.
If you
that honestly makes a lot of sense.
That makes a whole lot of sense. That's what I was saying. Like, what are you gonna do with the chains? Sell the diamonds and make your $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 back? Like, even me, I'm nowhere near as rich as Gucci Mane, but I'm not tripping over 30, 40,000. Like, it's not that serious. Like, if I could give a nigga 40,000 right now, and if he passed away, I'm not gonna call his mama and be like, yeah, I need that 40 racks back. Like, that's nothing. I had that back in 2-3 weeks. Like, that's nothing to me. You know what I'm saying?
That one, I feel like it is actually a little bit like, Gucci, you rich as fuck, and you're talking about sending money for the funeral. Like, just let them, they're grieving, just let them keep the chains, dog.
Yeah,
like,
right.
It ain't that deep. But in a sit down with No Jumper, Big 30 would basically give his thoughts on the situation, basically just discuss just how hard
Big 30
it
Big
was to
Scarr
deal with
cousin?
Big Scarr passing, and, you know, just what a tragedy this was for kind of the whole
What was
scene.
your relationship like with Big Scarr? Because I seen y'all was doing like the Chopper Gang EPs and shit. He was in like the very first one y'all did.
For sure. Big Scarr. This my homie. This my homeboy. We locked in. We tight. Big Scarr. Like, we go way back too. Like, we been through a lot together. Me and Big Scarr. We did a lot together. That was my homie. I was with him like the night before. Like, we got high together, kicked it together. Cause we wasn't talking, man. He gave me a hug. Like, he hugged everybody in the house. You know what I'm saying? We got high. We chilled. We talked. He left. When I woke up the next day, shit, he dead. They telling me he dead. Like, he overdosed. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But, like, I feel like that was God, though. Them come visit me, get things right with me, like, and it wasn't nothing deep. It just was a pride thing.
Yeah, could you say I wasn't talking? What was y'all wasn't talking about?
Man, something
bullshit.
So small. Just a pride thing. I can't even remember how small it was. But we fixed that, though. And I love dude. You know what I'm saying? I put on film.
At least he fixed it before he passed, though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Every chance I get.
And y'all got to piece it up right before you passed, though, you said, right?
For sure.
And he wasn't from y'all from the same neighborhood or
He from South Memphis.
All right, for sure.
That's a sad one. Like people didn't really get to see his true
really
talent.
blow up,
He was only famous for a year or two there before.
Right.
And he was a real character.
So the loss of Big Scarr really hurt a lot of people. You know, in that close knit group, Pooh Shiesty, Big 30. Obviously, Pooh Shiesty himself would later open up about the impact the loss of Scarr had on him too, and him having to deal with this tragic news while he was serving this, you know, very long bid in the federal penitentiary.
How long he do? 8 years,
away,
6 years?
like, I could agree with me being in there and having some alone time to think. I could really agree with it, but like to this day, I still ain't really got over that. You know what I'm saying? So it's my little cousin. Like I was there, you know, every step of the way into it. Unfortunately, I wasn't there no more. You know, so me coming home to that, like being in there when you hear a death and you know you get the bad news, it don't feel real, especially like without you being able to go to a funeral or see him like right there. So it just like it's like a whole different world in there. So it ain't feel real, but me getting out here not being able to see him or call him or him to tell me welcome home, you know, still messing with me for real. So I ain't really got over it yet. Some things about Big Scarr, like some of his characteristics, like.
So that was someone really important to Pooh Shiesty. That was his cousin, someone he'd been there for the whole journey with. Now, in 2024, Big Scarr's brother would talk about how he felt he was being blackballed from releasing his collaborations with Big Scarr, and that he feels like Gucci Mane could have done more, but you kind of played yourself by going against Big Goo-Wop when you know that he basically is the gatekeeper for Scarr's music.
You and Scarr got unreleased music?
Yeah, for sure.
I knew that.
Sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I don't think them folk won't let me drop it, so I don't even be trying to play with this, bro.
Okay.
I can do it all day. It's cool. As long as I got it, it's cool.
With the Gucci situation, did he really not do what he said he was going to do?
I'ma just say, like, I ain't trying to limit nobody. I just feel like he could have did more. That's what I'm gonna say.
He could have what?
He could have did more. I just don't want to keep bringing it up. You know, I did. Oh, yeah. It is what it is.
I respect.
It is what it is.
Okay.
But he loved, I just know, you know what I'm saying? I know my brother, he loved WAP. Shit, WAP trying to do life, but he said, that is what it is, though.
All right.
So he's saying Scarr loved Gucci, man. Gucci changed his life, but unfortunately he couldn't do anything about the unfortunate situation. Some people, you know, they'd say, oh, you should have sent him to rehab. They should have done this and that. But, you know, not everyone's in control of that. And, you know, everyone's their own man. Now, this would be followed by a bombshell in 2024 when Gucci Mane actually announced a major shift for his 1017 label, pretty much dropping most of the roster to just solely focus on Shiesty and Fujiano.
The two biggest artists. The two artists that's actually making him some money. He gonna focus on them. Okay.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I wanted to make this announcement on 1017 yesterday, but I just seen like my statement, my P&L with all my artists. You know, it's almost like a whole bunch of shakeup and it's a whole shit show in the industry right now. But when I look at my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm gonna have to release almost all my artists except for Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. This is a decision I didn't want to make. I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? I could keep all of them under the contract. But I said, hey, fuck it. Let's just make the unselfish decision and, let them take their talents elsewhere. So today, you know what I'm saying? I already reached out to all of my artists, you know what I'm saying, to their lawyers and whatever, and let them know that they're free to take their talents elsewhere. And I'm still looking for new talent to pair up with, you know what I'm saying, Pooh and Fu, and that's where I'm gonna put my focus, and I just wish them the best, and I just want to let everybody know that, because, hey, that's where we at.
So some people were very disappointed by this, all right? This is somebody in the comments saying, so you're telling me his whole record label's either dead or in jail, and you choose to keep the two people that's in jail instead of the one artist that's actually making noise and is out making money. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Big Walk Dog. In my opinion, he's the hardest one on the label, and you choose to let him go when he's the only artist on your label that's free and not dead, right? People saying you ain't pushed nobody. You were still making your own songs.
That's what happened with these rappers, though. That's why y'all got to stop signing the rappers. You feel me? Like the rappers, though, he's still pushing his own fucking songs. That nigga ain't trying to, he doing songs with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the only thing Gucci really did for them is announce that he had 1017. Of course, he got connections in the industry, so he gonna call industry people and say, hey, post my new artist, man, woody woody whoop, and then send them up, and that was it. It's not like he pushing everybody on his label. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened that Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty actually really blew up. So he said, okay, bet, they making me money. I'm going to keep them. That's really all that shit is.
Basically, a lot of people weren't buying it, and they weren't feeling Gucci Mane being so disrespectful to his label of artists. But at the same time, if that P&L ain't P&Ling enough, all right, you ain't making your profits, then you're going to have to cut your losses, all right? But unfortunately, okay, the situation with Pooh Shiesty, rumor has it, has now gone left. So on October the 7th, 2025, okay, following Pooh Shiesty's release from prison, Gucci would only welcome him back on Instagram, all right? Gucci Mane shows love to Pooh Shiesty after he was released from federal prison early. Welcome home, Pooh Shiesty. The main slime is back, all right? He got a story. I don't think we saw Gucci picking him up from jail. I mean, maybe he did. People saying only an IG post. Is that it? Like, is this it? Is this all you doing for him?
Right.
Now, who knows if he did other things behind the scenes, or maybe that is all he did and that's why he's so upset. But frequent collaborators like Big 30, who's ironically signed to Yo Gotti's artist Moneybagg Yo, they were apparently there in person to greet Pooh Shiesty when he was released from prison. Now,
of course.
How does that look? Gucci Mane giving you a post. Meanwhile, Yo Gotti's artist is popping up there to greet you in person.
Well, Big 30 is best friend, though, right?
So Big 30 signed to Moneybagg Yo, who's basically got business underneath Yo Gotti, right? So 30's son hugging him, says everything, he misses his uncle. That is cute. All right. They were both worried about the other getting hit up. That shit's stressful. Sorry, Gucci and Gotti. Y'all can't turn these two against each other. Hey, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of making a lot of sense, all right? Gucci and Gotti, you're not going to be able to turn these two against each other.
No.
And even Big 30 would celebrate the return with an extravagant gift for Pooh Shiesty. He would pop out. He would pop out with something for his mans, all right? Straight $200,000 cash on his first day out from CEO Big 30, who get in a bag with Moneybagg Yo and Yo Gotti, all right? This is starting to be a worse and worse look for Big Gucci. All right, careful. You know, he got big bankrolls, all right? Big 30 blessing him with the big bankrolls. We wondering where them 1017 bankrolls are. Wondering where them 1017 chains are. Now,
it's not even that, though. It's just overall support, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's you ain't gotta love this nigga and all that, but at the end of the day, he your artist, bro. He your biggest artist. He made you a lot of money. So what you can do out of respect is show your face. Even if you come a week later or the next day, hey, man, I can't make it, man. Welcome home, boy. I love you, boy. I'm going to be down there tomorrow, man. I'm sorry I couldn't be there. Be down there tomorrow. Even if you gave him 5,000 or you know what I'm saying? Whatever, anything. Just show your support. Just show your support, bro. You feel me? Just show your respect that this nigga is home and just show that you support him and appreciate him for his talent, helping you make all the money and the moves and the success that it made you.
Big 30 would actually follow this up with a post thanking Shiesty for his loyalty and support during their own personal struggles. He posted this. He thanked him. He said, I can't thank you enough for helping me sober up and get that monkey off my back. I've got to give you your flowers in public because you'll never brag on being yourself, and that's a real dude. Shout out to God. He gave us another chance to take over. 100 infinity. Nobody got my back like my dog. Everything overstood about you, blood. Pooh Shiesty. Hashtag creating more opportunities. What opportunities do you think you're creating for him? Where do you think those opportunities might take place? What labels do you think those new opportunities might be coming from? And interestingly enough, January 2026, at the start of this year, Pooh Shiesty would make a post shouting some people out. He would shout out his father and he would shout out his videographer, but he didn't shout out his label. Shout out my label, that's me. He didn't even shout out his label, that's him. And he definitely didn't shout out Guwop. All right, so let me zoom into this. So he basically said his dad and his cameraman, the only two in the world that gave me something on my release. No label, No family, no rap dudes or rap bitches, no friends, no homies, not even a bitch N-word on Trey Day, and I ain't never told. Went like a hoe, not put on, not keep it real, not stand on business, ain't let shit slide, N-word, and everybody still forgot about me and said F me. So he's basically saying he gave his dad a new chain, and he's saying that his videographer, all right, he said, look, you basically have my back, ain't nobody else have my back. And now, as the rumors have circulated that perhaps Pooh Shiesty and some rolling 60 Crip goons, that's what the rumors are saying, might have robbed Pooh Shiesty, might have robbed Gucci Mane for Pooh Shiesty's contract. As of now, fans have now noticed that Gucci Mane actually deleted a welcome home post that he had put up for Pooh Shiesty. It has now been officially removed from his Instagram, with a lot of people believing that this is in fact confirmation that that robbery went down. Gucci is no longer rocking with Pooh Shiesty, and it's possible Pooh Shiesty might not actually be on Gucci's label. And I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out that Pooh Shiesty has actually already been arrested for this, and the label is lying about him not being arrested, because we was hearing nothing but rumors of him being arrested. We're thinking, wonder why. Then we start hearing about this robbery. We're hearing about Gucci Mane getting his wedding ring took. Like, whoa.
If I was Gucci Mane, I'd snitch on your ass. Because it's one thing for me to try to, you know what I'm saying, for you to try to get some label, like some me to sign you off my deal and shit. It's nothing. You gonna come home from the federal prison, you still stand in a halfway house and rob me, nigga. I'm snitching on you. And me personally, I wouldn't give a fladoozy about what none of y'all got to say about it on Bro Grave. But let me see. Pooh Shiesty arrested for Gucci Mane robbery. Gucci Mane seemingly responds to rumor. No, I don't see that. I don't know. I don't know. But I'll snitch on his ass. I know a nigga like Gucci probably want to keep his street image, even though he's 40, 50 fucking years old, but
it's a little bit crazy. Okay, so that's a little bit more backstory as to why these guys are beefing, maybe where it went wrong. But let me know what you guys think, man.